we're off. Again, wrestling is probably 90% psychological and mental. And look at Brandon, he's got his composure. Wise. Look at Brandon actually smiled about it. He's calm. The adrenaline is back in perspective, along with the testosterone. Look at that. He kind of gave him like a boo. And Jose jumped.
You know, Halloween is approaching. So.
Solid lockup, solid lockup. And Brandon's doing a great job taking a deep breath, counting to 3, and wrestling rather than just coming out and kicking somebody's ass. That's when you lose. Give him a warning. He wants him to give him a warning. What's he gonna do? Take a point away? Acosta's intimidated. He's got guilty conscience. I don't think he thought he'd end up here. He thought, hey, I'd want to save myself a beating and at least come out as a finalist or semi-finalist. You know, hey, we both won. He wanted a participation trophy in that last match rather than possibly getting pinned to the mat by the young up-and-comer, the Ironman, Branden Campbell.
And you got to give it credit to Brandon for
wow, look at that. He's throwing a fit. Now who's the one burning up energy uselessly, reacting? He's out there throwing a fit. Jose is kind of floored, dude. I've never seen him begging off like this early on in a matchup.
He knows it's a tough task. Brandon's fired up. Yeah. Brandon wanted that win in that previous matchup, so...
Look at Brandon, footwork. He's very coordinated for a guy that tall. He's only 21 years old, 20 years old.
Yeah, Brandon definitely shows potential, gets better and better.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at Brandon. Dude, he seems really calm and cool and collected. And that's really going to play in his favor. He's learning right now before our very eyes how to play high stakes pro wrestling. Oh, do you see him calculate, dude? He's not rushing Guerrero. He's taking his time. Oh, he lifted him off his feet on that one, kid. I know he's taking a lot of time. He's over-calculating. Oh, he got... And now, what's he going to do? Snapmare from a stand. You know how far he just fell? 6'4" inches. Beautiful clothesline. Cover with the hook of both legs. But he's not in there with an amateur. He's not in there with an idiot. He's in there with the premier pro champion, Jose Guerrero, who has heart. And look at the anatomy. He's aiming for them solar plexus. Now he's disseminating his legs with his kicks. But Brandon has seen that movie. God, that kid is so strong. Yeah, somebody give Acosta his nipple back. Dude, so much pride is on the line in this matchup. Will you set the stage for folks tuning in now that didn't see the match before this for me?
Definitely. It was a PPW original concept match. It was every man for himself tag match. Jose and Brandon were the final two.
Out of 10.
Out of 10, nonetheless. Oh! And that match ended in a draw. Jose wanted a participation trophy, both men winning, but Brandon wanted nothing of it. So we have this singles match between two of the very best that PPW has to offer.
Yep. Jose Acosta was literally killing the clock. He killed the last 30 seconds running from Campbell. Say, okay, there's no losers tonight. We're both winners. Brandon's not going to live with that. Not as a young, up-and-coming, hungry guy who's wearing him out wisely, fighting from the higher ground with the full Nelson, and he's got the champ about ready to dip out from a full Nelson. So smart. Are you familiar with The Art of War by Sun Tzu, Jordan?
I am not. Enlighten me.
In said book, and many wars have been won by it. They say the biggest thing is your advantage is to fight from the higher ground, and that's what Brandon Campbell was doing with that full Nelson until his opponent his adversary, Jose Acosta, raked his eyes. And now Brandon, being calm, cool, and collected, having control of his emotion, is paying off to him in dividends. And Acosta might get counted out. 5 minutes gone. 5 minutes gone. Acosta might not be answering that one. Not only did he take that big bump over the top, he hit his head on the apron on the way down.
6 count.
Just in the case, the senior official in the building tonight too. I can't believe Acosta's back up. And also it's Brandon who helped him once he got up to his feet. Let's see if he can soup him in the hard way. And then some. He could have held him up there all night. What a suplex. Cover. And you know, I love seeing this. Someone must have had a talk with Brandon and said, kid, don't blow a gasket. You don't want to fight from survival mode. Survival mode is never good.
Definitely.
It's for that. It's for surviving. Do you want to win or do you want to just survive?
And a win nonetheless against the PPW heavyweight champion is momentum. Brandon, props to him. He's not complacent. He wants the PPW heavyweight championship,
Yes,
and a
does.
win against El Guerrero will aid him in his journey.
Knee to the back, calculated, caught him right in the coccyx. This time he caught him in the navel area. And he knows I'm not going to waste energy going for a cover. This is the champ. And he finishes with a double leg drop and a cover with a hook of both legs and hand it to Jose Acosta. He passed the gut check. Don't forget, these guys have already wrestled against basically 9 other men, 7 other men.
Quite a few.
Acosta with the ring awareness there. It's been all Brandon Campbell up to this point for the most part. Acosta with the ring awareness and now a bending of the rules. Now you don't have to get the eyeballs with that. You got your eyes closed. I want you folks to right now feel your eyebrow and eyelid skin. It's soft like a baby. That really hurts. And there goes Brandon, who obviously, no, and there he goes. Now he's able to stop himself and kind of feel his way here, but it's one of those big Acosta dragon tail kicks that send him to the floor. Instead of letting them win by count out or winning by count out, Acosta's going after him. That's because he's been dominated for almost 8 minutes. And that's just cruel. But I guess he figures out if he can kill him off and teach him a lesson once and for all, Brandon Campbell's going to go away. And right now, Brandon is in horrible pain. He's certainly not going away, is he?
Absolutely not, but he is definitely hurting. Here
He got enough to kick out. He's blowing off the lower legs, and Brandon was able to kick out. Do the geometry. Would that be geometry or trig?
I believe that would be geometry, but
Yeah, the longer man, you got to watch those legs. This is where Acosta's most dangerous. He feels hurt. He feels humiliated. Now he's got the upper hand. He is not below. Look at him. He's choking him out. The referee didn't see it. Almost counted 3. This is what Acosta will do. He will kick you when you're down. He'll do whatever it takes to feed that ego, to stay on top, to keep that belt, and if a non-title match like this one, keep the status. Did you see that? Kicked him.
innovative.
Yeah, he is innovative with those legs.
Oh!
We've got 3 good kickers here in this company, and Jose Acosta, his style of kicking is just so powerful. He knows how to use those shins, those legs, even those feet, almost like a lot of wrestlers can use their hands. And right now, he might get the submission or pass out. And young Brandon Campbell, the PPW king of the Ironman. Nope. Look at Brandon fighting up to his knees, fighting for every inch, clawing, scratching, elbowing. He goes for the slam. He got it. He got it. I don't know where this energy's coming from, but this kid, he just demonstrated more balls than brains. Acosta kind of capitalized, but again, he got in there for the cover so desperately he forgot about the legs. And now what's Acosta going to do? He's done trying to pin him. He's going to try to submit him, and that's wise too. That's smart. I don't care how tall you are. When you're on your back, when you're on your ass on that mat, you've got the legs of Acosta around your short ribs, your floating ribs, your waist. You're in trouble. Look at pinfall attempt.
Oh.
He wasn't able to bridge up and get it, though, because of the height of Campbell and because he's tired. 10 minutes gone in the match. 10 minutes have expired. I can't believe this match is going as long as, look at it. Brandon uses legs. Oh, I can't believe that this match has even gone to this point after what we saw right before intermission from these two men. Unbelievable endurance by both guys. And now he's got a rear naked choke and a sleeper combination with the body scissor. Brandon is trying to keep that arm moving, to keep the blood flow into the carotid artery. But the oxygen and energy loss is undeniable. I don't know how he's doing this. Look, every time he gets further up and further up, he's taking more pressure off of his own head and neck. And nope, Acosta has gone in there and he's cinched the forearm underneath the chin, but Brandon is able to use his legs and upper body this time, do a push-up with Acosta on his back, and now he's trying to do a squat. When he tried to do the squat, Acosta pulled him back down to his knees by the hair. Chin music, and a kind of a stunner somewhere in between. But Brandon, the damage is done. Oh, face first into the canvas. The only thing saving him now is his closeness to the ropes, the proximity he is to the ropes. Jose Acosta talking trash. He might be counting his chickens before they're hatched. Brandon, unbelievable. How much punishment can this kid absorb? You know?
Every shot that El Guerrero gives, Brandon.
He's not going outside the ring. He's putting the brakes on. He's making him work for it, and guess what? Jose's able to capitalize and turn it into a choke instead. You see how wisely? You're already here. If I lay on your back, your throat is going to go over the rope, and I can just reach underneath. And now the feet! Oh, thank God the referee saw it, huh? And then he just leans over, hooks his arms, and takes more out of the jugular. The carotid artery cuts off and slows down the oxygen flow to the brain, goes right back to the sleeper as he knows he's got Brandon Campbell seeing stars. Referee doing a good job making sure there's no choke. He's got him face down. He's got nothing but Guerrero on top of his head and neck area. Nothing's protecting him. His hands aren't in there. He's face down. He might be smothered. And Guerrero just torques back with that entire body. Oh, Justin, I thought he was looking over here to tell us to ring the bell that Brandon's out. Unbelievable. I don't know how Brandon is still in this. Look at how good a job Justin McKay is doing communicating with Brandon, making sure for his own good that if he passes out, Justin's got to call it. But Brandon's not passing out. He's not tapping out. He's not giving up. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He's staggered, but he's up. And Acosta quicker thinking, no! He got him with the stunner in the middle, but he can't follow up. What an impressive showing by Brandon Campbell. He is a badass.
So much heart being shown by Brandon in this matchup.
You know, the fans are the ones that dubbed him the badass. And they didn't brand him that from his moveset. They branded him for how much he keeps coming back for every can take it.
Wow.
Right here, that's a badass. World's strongest, and he picks him up again.
On the shoulders.
Oh, big Samoan. Big Samoan. And now he goes in that beautiful, beautiful sidewalk slam. And finally a cover, a hook of the leg. 1, 2, oh! Only Acosta could have kicked out of that. Only Acosta, or somebody the caliber of Acosta. Man. These two guys are beating the shit out of each other. This, my friend, is World War III. Wow, Acosta looks so lost in there. He doesn't know where he is. Brandon's got to be exhausted. He's trying to pretend that he isn't, but he's got to be. And Acosta knocks the wind out of him with some body shots. Irish whip. Ducks the clothesline. Oh, double knockout. A double knockout. Their heads hit. 1, 2. We might see a double knockout for a finish.
They starting to shake off the cobwebs here.
15 minutes gone. Acosta up first. He grabs Campbell. That makes sense because it wasn't Fat Campbell, it was from underneath. But now he's got him backed against the ropes.
Irish whip.
Let's see what's coming now. They were both thinking the same thing. Now both men are down again. They both thought double crossbody coming off the ropes and they collided. I don't know who got the worst of that or the best of that, if there's even a good side from that. If I'm them, I'm staying down. First you're seeing stars from hitting each other's heads, and now you knock the wind out of each other on the crossbody, hitting carcasses. This time it's Campbell to the knees, Campbell to a foot, and Campbell is up first. He uses Acosta's head to finish getting up. Acosta, though, shoots him off. Oh, they kicked each other. They kicked each other, and now they're both down. We might see a double knockout. How can anybody get up from this? How can a sane person get up from this? Tell me.
I don't know, Randy. And both of these guys have to be thinking, what can I do to put each other away, if they can even think at this point after those stiff kicks.
Unbelievable.
They're the very best PPW.
Brandon's up. The count stops. They're both on a bucket. Oh, he stepped aside. He stepped aside on the Claymore, and Brandon missed it. And a schoolboy attempt. This might do it. He got some tights. Oh! The winner of this match and the Every Man for Himself Tag Team match, El Guerrero